I'm about to share something that changed everything about how I spent time with my grandchildren. And it has nothing to do with expensive gifts or fancy vacations. What I discovered will transform the way you think about creating lasting memories. Here's what nobody tells you about retirement travel. The best memories aren't made at 5-star resorts. They're not created on guided bus tours. And they definitely don't come from checking off bucket list destinations. The truth is far more powerful and surprisingly simple. Most retirees make one critical mistake when planning trips with grandchildren. They focus on the destination instead of the experience. They book the fanciest hotels. They plan every minute. They try to impress rather than connect. I did this for years before I learned the hard way. Let me tell you about the summer I took my grandson to Paris. I spent thousands of dollars. Booked the best restaurants. Scheduled tours of every famous landmark. And you know what he remembers most? The 30 minutes we spent feeding pigeons in a random park. That's when everything clicked for me. The memories that actually matter have 3 things in common. First, they involve genuine interaction, not passive observation. Second, they create stories worth retelling. Third, they connect generations through shared discovery. Once you understand this, everything changes. Now let's talk about how to plan travel that creates these meaningful moments. The foundation starts with choosing the right type of trip. Forget about cramming in every tourist attraction. Instead, pick destinations that allow for spontaneous exploration and natural conversation. Consider small towns over major cities. Choose walking tours over bus rides. Select accommodations with kitchens where you can cook together. These decisions might seem minor, but they completely change the dynamic of your trip. They create space for connection instead of just consumption. Here's a specific example that works incredibly well. Plan a trip around a simple theme your grandchild is interested in. Maybe they love trains. Visit a region with scenic railways and let them help plan the routes. Perhaps they're into cooking. Choose a destination known for a specific cuisine and take cooking classes together. The key is giving them ownership in the planning process. This does 2 powerful things. It makes them invested in the experience before you even leave. And it teaches valuable life skills about research, decision-making, and budgeting. These lessons stick with them far longer than any souvenir. But what about the actual activities during your trip? This is where most grandparents get it wrong. They overschedule. They rush from place to place. They prioritize seeing everything over experiencing anything deeply. Stop doing this immediately. Instead, plan for downtime. Build in mornings with no agenda. Leave afternoons open for whatever catches your interest. Some of my best memories with my grandchildren happened during these unplanned moments. We discovered a street musician and stayed for an hour. We found a local market and spent the morning trying new foods. We got lost and turned it into an adventure. These unstructured times create something magical. They allow for real conversations. They give you space to follow curiosity. They let relationships deepen naturally. You can't schedule these moments, but you can create conditions where they're more likely to happen. Now let's address the elephant in the room. What about physical limitations? Many retirees worry they can't keep up with energetic grandchildren. Here's the beautiful truth. The best trips don't require you to be in peak physical condition. They require you to be present and engaged. Choose activities that work for your mobility level. If walking long distances is hard, pick destinations with good public transportation. If you tire easily, plan shorter outings with plenty of rest breaks. The goal isn't to prove you're still young. It's to create connection within your current capabilities. I've found that grandchildren actually appreciate slower-paced trips. They get to ask more questions. They have time to process what they're experiencing. They feel less rushed and more relaxed. What you might see as a limitation can actually become an advantage. Let's talk about documentation. This is crucial for creating lasting memories. But here's where most people go wrong. They take hundreds of photos and never look at them again. Or they're so busy photographing everything that they miss actually experiencing it. Here's a better approach. Designate specific photo times. Maybe you take pictures for 15 minutes at each location, then put the camera away, or give your grandchild a disposable camera and let them capture what matters to them. Their perspective will surprise you and create a unique record of the trip. But don't stop at photos. Create a travel journal together. Each evening, spend 20 minutes writing about the day. Let your grandchild draw pictures or paste in ticket stubs. This ritual serves multiple purposes. It reinforces the day's experiences. It creates a tangible keepsake. And it establishes a quiet bonding time each evening. Now here's something most travel guides won't tell you. The best trips often involve some element of challenge or mild discomfort. Maybe it's trying food that seems strange. Perhaps it's navigating public transportation in a foreign language. Or it could be camping instead of staying in hotels. These challenges create powerful bonding experiences. They generate stories that get retold for years. They teach resilience and adaptability. And they show your grandchildren that you're willing to step outside your comfort zone, which is an incredibly valuable lesson. I remember taking my granddaughter to Japan. Neither of us spoke Japanese. We got lost multiple times. We accidentally ordered things we didn't expect. And those mishaps became our favorite stories. She still talks about the time we ended up in a karaoke bar trying to sing Japanese songs. That memory matters more than any temple we visited. Let's discuss budgeting because this matters more than you might think. Many retirees either overspend trying to impress or underspend and miss opportunities. The sweet spot is spending money on experiences rather than luxury. A modest hotel is fine if you're barely there. Expensive restaurants are unnecessary when street food creates better memories. Involve your grandchildren in budget discussions. Show them how you make choices about where to spend money. Explain why you're choosing a local bus over a taxi. Discuss why you're splurging on this experience but saving on that one. These conversations teach financial literacy in a real-world context. Here's a specific budgeting strategy that works well. Set aside a daily amount for spontaneous experiences. Maybe it's $20 or $30. Let your grandchild help decide how to spend it. This gives them agency while teaching them about making choices with limited resources. Now let's talk about the most overlooked aspect of creating meaningful memories. It's not about where you go or what you do. It's about the conversations you have along the way. The questions you ask. The stories you share. The listening you do. Use travel time for deep conversations. Long car rides or train journeys are perfect for this. Ask about their dreams and fears. Share stories from your own life. Discuss what you're seeing and experiencing together. These conversations create emotional connections that transcend the physical journey. I've learned to ask better questions. Instead of asking if they had fun, I ask what surprised them today. Rather than telling them facts about a place, I ask what they notice or wonder about. These open-ended questions lead to richer discussions and deeper engagement. Here's something powerful about multi-generational travel. It gives grandchildren a different perspective on who you are. They see you as more than just grandma or grandpa. They watch you navigate challenges. They see you learn new things. They observe you being curious and adventurous. This reshapes their understanding of aging and possibility. But there's a flip side too. Travel reveals who they're becoming. You see their interests and values emerge. You notice their strengths and challenges. You get insights into their personality that don't show up during brief visits. This deeper understanding strengthens your relationship long after the trip ends. Let me share the most important lesson I've learned about creating memories that matter. It's not about the destination or the activities. It's about your presence and attention. Put away your phone. Stop worrying about the itinerary. Focus completely on the person you're with. That presence is what they'll remember. Your grandchildren don't need perfect trips. They need real experiences with you. They need to see you be human, make mistakes, laugh at yourself, and keep going. They need to feel that they matter more to you than any schedule or plan. When they feel that, every moment becomes a memory worth keeping. So here's my challenge to you. Stop planning the perfect trip. Start planning the real trip. The one with space for mistakes and discoveries. The one where connection matters more than itinerary. The one where you're fully present instead of perfectly prepared. That's the trip your grandchildren will remember forever, and here's what they'll carry with them. Not the name of that famous museum. Not the details of that expensive restaurant. They'll carry the feeling of being valued. The confidence that comes from shared adventures. The knowledge that their grandparent chose to spend time truly seeing them. That's the memory that actually matters. That's what changes everything.